Hello, James. Congrats on the 100 subs. I didn't think I'd do an entry to your contest. I even made a comment saying that this one would be a difficult thing for me to do. But I did come up with an instance of a relationship of friends and music. So before I get into it, I got to explain myself a little bit. Most of my friends, at least through my formative years, they did never get me hooked on music. I was always kind of exploring things and grasping things in my own way. And I don't mean to sound conceited, but usually when I'm listening to music, I have to come to terms with it on my own. And so I can remember growing up and my friends being into very different music than what I was into. And so let me show you kind of a humorous example. So early on I was really into New Age music, and this was like one of my favorite albums, Yanni, Keys to the Imagination. And so I had friends that were into Metallica. They were very much into Ride the Lightning and Black Sabbath, and I just shook my head. You're metal, it's making my ears bleed. Don't. I couldn't get into it. I'm like, dude, Yanni, yeah, Keys to the Imagination. Went to church camp, played Yanni, and Scott Waters talks about this experience with metal, but I was playing this, and they were like, you need help. They're like, this New Age stuff, it's bad juju, it's bad religion, this will vex you. So we listened to it today, and it's like, really? And some people like, Yanni, seriously? Well, yeah, sorry. For me, I like it, sorry. I still do. I don't have it on vinyl, I have it on disc. But anyway, so Metallica, Black Sabbath, I eventually got into those bands, but it was on my own terms. So, to get into the friend experience, now I did have one. So, when I was in college, I worked at a record store, and here's a shot of the record store. This is Hastings, and I worked at a Hastings in the Midwest. And Hastings targets cities which are anywhere between 25,000 to 100,000 people. And they carry video, they carry books, they carry music. And I just happened to work in the music department. I worked in stocking, so we put everything on the shelf. And so where I was at in the Midwest, you always had a very eclectic mix of taste, and I lived in a college town, and so we had the folks that were really into country and western music, and we had the one ska guy, and we had a punk guy, and then we had a metal guy, and so we were all very different. And one of the guys that I worked with, we had a good time in the back room, because in the back room when we're prepping the product to put out on the shelves, we were listening to music. We were away from the customers. We were in our own little room, and so, we would play defective merchandise, or merchandise people brought back said it was defective. So, one of the things that came back was the Blade soundtrack, and the soundtrack is what it is. It's not like the must-have soundtrack, but there is a New Order remix on here that it has a very prominent place in the movie if you've ever seen it. There's a very it's like a rave party, and it just has this repetitive beat in this remix, and it's like a 12-minute long track, and we just play it over and over and over again. And there was a girl that worked with us that was really into country and western music, and we'd be playing this like nonstop, just driving her crazy, and she'd get mad and she'd play me some Ricky Van Shelton or Clint Black. Seriously. The two genres can't be more different. So we just enjoyed making her crazy playing this New Order track. I mean, we played it for like a week straight, like over and over again. And it's a very, to the layperson, it would get very redundant even after the first play, but we just loved it to death. So anytime I hear that song, I think of my friend Jeff, who is who at the time was a physics student, and I think he's doing some physics stuff in the city of Chicago now. But yeah, Blade. You got to hear the New Order remix, and here just to give you a little bit of a clip. How you can see that, yeah, either you're into it or you're not. But there's my entry again. Congrats on the 100 subs. And no, I do not sniff my vinyl. That's insane.
Watch me.